Boy, you know what time it is.
Welcome to the Bromigos podcast.
I need it.
Hey, how are you?
Perfect.
This is amazing.
Yes! Yes! Yo, I swear that's just a taste of it. Y'all gonna hear it better in the final cut, but goddamn, that's the new theme music to the fucking podcast. It's boy Panama Red back on the damn show along with my buddies.
So you know it's your boy Daint Money. I'm back. Been a couple months, but I'm back and better than ever, baby. Let's get it.
He's back. I'm Hoochie. I'm holding it down as always.
And of course, your undercover brother, the Bromigos, are whole again, baby.
Amen.
I love to see it.
Amen.
This is a beautiful sight.
Hey, man, before we get into it, right, because, you know, we got a lot of interesting things to talk about. I just want to give a shout out to a dear friend of mine, Paulina. She now has her own podcast.
Oh, she does?
She does. It's
That's
called
tough.
The Soundtrack of Self. She does everything herself so far. She has one episode out currently that you can find on Spotify. It is titled Unveiling the Artistic Journey, Embracing Self-Awareness and Influence of Others on Your Music. Y'all be sure to give check that out. First episode she dropped yesterday, so I just want to give her a shout out.
And if I'm not mistaken, Paulina was an episode 36 guest. So
Yes.
check out that episode that we had her on. So shout out to her, man. Good for her that she's starting the show. And I also want to give a shout out to other guests that we've had and probably one of our most popular episodes up to this point. And that was our friends over at QC Crew.
Yeah.
They just hit, apparently, Dante, you work very closely with them. So they just hit over 100K on a music video like a week or two ago.
Yeah.
And shout out to them, man. They deserve that. Talented guys.
We hit 100K about a month ago. You know, a lot of things have been transpiring. You know, obviously since I've been back in the show, Tave went solo. He's doing a solo thing. So, you know, QC Crew is still alive and well, but Tave now goes by T Many. Okay, T Many. He's doing his own thing, man. I'm tremendously proud of all the work that he has put in. He and I right now are about to get into some business ventures. We ain't going. I'm not going to get no details right now, but you know it could be a potential club lounge opening up sooner or later that we are trying to get into. We don't know if it's going to happen for real, but you know we're trying to expand things. But I'm extremely happy and proud of the amount of work that has gone into that video. But it's like I said months ago, sex sells.
Apparently.
Sex sells. Because if you watch that video, there's nothing but booty. Lots of booty.
Ass shaking. We love it.
Love to see it, man.
Mm-hmm.
So I also want to address something really quick, too, over a video that was posted from the last episode. And that's been getting some attention on certain social media sites. I want y'all to go and actually listen to what we were saying throughout the course of that conversation, because y'all just once again proving that you guys are just doing the most. And if you know what video I'm talking about, you just be out here just completely misunderstanding the point of the video. There's absolutely no hate on our part towards what we were talking about and to the group of people we were talking about. So calm the fuck down.
Hold up. There's too much subliminal message. I'm high. So
You're too high for this? You're too high for this?
I need context.
Okay, you need the context. All right. So that's why I was asking if you had checked the group chat earlier. But
no, I have not. But let me hear this.
So obviously you've already interacted with some of the people within that chat because the TikTok comments from that one video.
So
that's one side of it. Yeah. And then I had a bunch of people this morning and afternoon. They were commenting, tagging other people on it to like take a look at the video and I guess try and garner a reaction out of them or something or see what they thought of the video. And one guy, I won't point out his name, he fucking says, bunch of snowflake libs whining about free speech. Fuck your free speech. Fascists and bigots get the wall.
What?
I don't even understand what that means.
So,
I don't even
half
know
of that doesn't make any sense for one.
Are we the snowflake libs?
That's what I'm assuming. Because where else would it be directed to if not us? Which at the
But
time,
where does the wall come from? What do you mean get the
Yeah,
wall?
Is this a
what
Trumper?
wall? No,
Talking
I
about
don't.
the Stonewall, yeah. Like,
So here's
what
the
you
thing.
talking about?
I looked at this fucker's page, right? I looked
He
at
has
this.
nothing.
I looked at no. It's not that he has nothing. All he posts is political fucking memes. So I don't know what fucking side of the fence he
It's
falls
one of
on.
those.
It's
Some
like a
people,
mix
you know,
of like anti-Republican, and then there's like anti-communist, and then there's
So maybe
liberal
he's just
shit.
anti the system, you know.
Maybe he's
maybe.
confused. He doesn't know what he
I
wants
don't
to
know,
do.
man. He just.
Oh.
I'm not going to point this motherfucker out, but I am going to mention that. Listen, man, if you're not going to understand the context of the whole conversation, you're just reacting to a fucking video, which I intentionally had to cut down to make room for social media. Then just fucking watch the whole clip, man. Watch the whole video. Again,
Or
we're
just
not.
listen to the podcast.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Listen to the podcast. Go to the
podcast.
YouTube. Go to the fucking podcast pages.
Ugh.
People
get
just don't
tired.
think. They just
You
don't
know,
think.
Sometimes I'd be like, people should just keep their fucking opinion to themselves, but that would make me a hypocrite because we're clearly on here voicing our opinions on shit. It's
We've been
just
the biggest
man,
hypocrites of them all.
sometimes people like, yo, take a minute to, you know, think about what it is that you want to say and how you want to articulate it before you jump out there and just start saying shit all willy-nilly. I don't have a problem with the alphabet community, none whatsoever. My only issue is I have zero problems with them. You want to protest? Do you? You want to fucking say whatever, dress up? I have zero problems. My only problem is the influence that we're having on little tiny humans who don't even know if they want peanut butter and jelly or fucking chicken nuggets. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah,
That's
the coming for the kids thing is just weird. I'm not gonna
So-
get crazy on it. It's just weird. That shit is weird.
So actually on that note, I'm glad you said that, Dante, because one person actually did comment on the TikTok saying that the comment itself, as far as the group of people in that video chanting, is debunked. And I did look into it, and that is true. That is debunked. However, that does not differentiate from the fact that it doesn't take away from the overall context of the video, because there's still people out there that are saying shit like that. Maybe it's not in that specific video, but it's out there. So it's not the first time I've heard about this. So even though it's been debunked for that specific instance, it's still an overall theme of the video. So no, I'm not going to delete that shit. To anyone saying that you should delete that shit.
Yeah, you know what? To that individual, fuck you, man. You know something. You know what? Fuck you, bro. Like, nah, real shit, man. Like, bro, we're entitled to feel how we want to feel. Matter of fact, if you don't like my opinion, why don't you come on the podcast and talk about it? You know what? We are open to speak to anyone, anytime, any place, anywhere. Y'all want to jump on the show? You part of the alphabet community? Come on the show, please.
All I'm saying is, if you come on the show and you want to voice your opinion and you say some crazy shit, me and Mike will make you look real stupid.
Like, bro,
and I will laugh very hard.
Bro,
at
just
that.
I'm just saying, like, you want to voice your opinion, that's cool. I don't think there's anything wrong with anybody's opinions, but some of y'all got some dumbass opinions. So if you're gonna give a dumbass opinion, get ready for a response.
All right.
Ready for a response.
Now that the business is out of the way. So what do we want to start with first? Mike, I think you put something into the chat that I thought was very interesting. And that was the topic of whether or not friends with benefits could work.
Oh man, we start with this. Oh,
I feel like we've talked about this before too. We have
To an extent, but I don't think we've ever went out of our
really, like we've never really fully
dive into it. You know what I'm saying?
Friends with benefits, right? I'm of the mindset, just me, that it cannot work. It never works. It works for a while, but it always gets complicated. Someone catches feelings, someone gets jealous. I've been in a situation that turned out not messy, just it's hard to explain because
how many situations have you found yourself in? Are we talking recently or are we talking
no,
over your life?
Recently. We're talking
okay. I'm just making sure.
We don't none of that. I don't regret the outcome of the friends with benefits. However, the person that I was dealing with, I did like her, but she had in the beginning of the friends with benefits, she said, like, listen, this is just sex. There are no feelings involved. Like, we didn't even kiss in the beginning. We would just fuck. Like, we just meet up after she'd go out drinking, I'd go out drinking. We'd meet up and we just have sex, right? And then I found one time after we went out with a group of people. I'm be kind of vague. I just want to let you know, sort of vague, because I don't want to say too much to
You don't want to blow anybody's spot up. I get
exactly, because she's married with kids now and shit. So, but ultimately, like, I remember the first time she kissed me during sex, and then when we were done, she came over and cuddled, and I was like, "What the fuck is this? Like, what's happening?" Like, we didn't talk. She had mentioned we were going to talk. Like, she said we needed to talk. I was like, okay, well, we're going to your house anyway. We can talk afterward. That conversation never happened. I got tired of just fucking around. I found me a girlfriend without communicating this to her. When she found out, Lord have mercy, did she blow up on me? Oh my God. She let me have it, bro. But then, I, at the same time, it's like I didn't understand. Like, I feel like she didn't have a leg to stand on. I could be wrong. Y'all let me know in the comments and feel free to tell me. I feel like we weren't together, so I was entitled to do whatever the fuck I wanted to do.
I feel as though a lot of friends with benefits situations or situationships is what people call them nowadays. A lot of that falls through because of what Mike just said, bad communication. It's not necessarily on anybody's part. It's not on your part, Mark, or that individual's, but it's just like bad communication is always the start of it. It seems like that is the root of all the issues that arise thereafter.
Yep, I can relate. That's exactly what happened.
Okay, so did you have an experience?
Yeah, an experience it was, because I didn't think anything of it. Like Mike said, this person I was with, I thought she just wanted the benefits that as friends. That's it. So then I was.
Oh, you were laying pipe. You was laying pipe, Poochie, man.
Hold on.
Yeah, Hunter. Yeah.
I thought I already explained this before.
She just wanted the benefits. Like, nah, you could say she wanted that dick, bro. Listen, yes, she wanted that meat, the schmeat.
I thought I already talked about this, but I guess
no. I don't think you have, because I don't know if you ever got into detail about this shit, dude.
It was with it was with a coworker.
Oh God, even worse.
Yeah. Yeah, that was bad.
I have a story about this, but Dante, I want you to go next. Do you have any instances of this, or
friends with benefits? I mean, I've had like friends with benefit situations, but half the time it always turned into us like, exclusively, doing the deed. And I think when it comes to the whole friends with benefits thing is, I guess I get my most recent experience with friends with benefits might have been like 3 years ago when I was still in college, like freshman year, pretty much. And it was like a thing where, I would go to her room, she'd come to my room. It was like a back and forth, live in the same building type shit. And at first, we were just fucking, right? But it was no like communication in terms of, where we're going, right? Her thing was, if you fuck somebody else, just let me know, right?
Yeah.
I, for one, to be 100% honest, did not have intercourse with anybody else while we were doing our thing. But here's what I would do. I'd go, she wasn't a partier. So it was freshman year of college. I was always at frat parties, getting busy. I was dancing with this person, that person, this person, that person. And she would get upset about that. She's like, yo, how you going to do that? Not telling me. And I'm like, first of all, bitch, we're not dating.
Yeah.
You ain't my girl. I ain't your man. I could do what the fuck I want to. But at the same time, I understood where she was coming from, because it's like, yo, if we gonna be, doing this on a day, and I mean, it was on the daily, y'all, like every day, 3-4 times a day, you know what I'm saying? So like when you get into that instance, it's almost like, okay, I get where she feels like entitled for me to tell her what I'm doing on the side, but I really wasn't doing anything.
Can I real quick test?
Yeah, go ahead.
What now? I need you to explain that
okay.
thought process, because you're saying that you think it's okay, like you understand where she was from, but y'all not dating.
Yeah,
that's y'all just fucking.
And yep. That's the other thing.
So it's not like you went out and was sleeping with someone else who was at a party dancing with someone else. Where does she get entitled to what you do?
That's actually a great question. And for real, now that I think about it, I feel like it's just a female-male dynamic. I feel like females, when they get, and it's going to sound crazy, but when they get emotionally attached, then that's when they feel obligated on their end to be like, yo, you need to tell me what's going on. Yeah. With us, we kind of like, all right, you fuck some other dude. We ain't together, so we really don't give a fuck. But I feel like it's that sense of entitlement from them.
But
In
we
a
do.
sense of possessiveness.
Yeah,
is what you're
possessiveness,
saying.
you know,
Yeah.
on her end, she was like, okay, yo, it's just us, so you need to tell me A, B, and C. And shit, I clearly didn't feel that way. But like when it comes to that whole friends with benefits dynamic, it's exactly what Mike said. Like, if you don't openly communicate from the get-go what you want and what's going on, you're screwed. But the worst part about friends with benefits is that when it does get to that point and somebody catches feelings and that other person isn't feeling the same way and y'all keep fucking, that's where shit goes south every time. Every time.
So I have an example that's kind of building off of what Hunter said about the friends with benefits at work situation. Now, this is not my personal experience. This is me witnessing somebody else doing this shit.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a friend of mine who's, and no names will be mentioned because I don't want to blow anybody's spots up. But I had a friend of mine and another that I worked at the radio station with in college, and they started hooking up and shit. Now, keep in mind, this girl was in a relationship already, so now she's cheating. I don't know if they had ended at that point. So she's cheating with this guy, and he didn't want a relationship. They were just fucking. Sooner or later, she made him basically get into a monogamous relationship. Now, this individual is polyamorous, and we'll get into that in a few minutes. But yeah, so that whole dynamic became an increasingly toxic work environment for everybody involved, because from that point forward, when they made it official, it was just drama after drama and just more and more, where I'm sitting here like, listen, I tried to tell, and I was the one that was like, I'm trying to tell y'all that this ain't going to work. This ain't going to work, and you should just cut it out right now. Don't pursue this. And they did. And they made everybody's lives a living hell for several months because of it. Now they're cool, surprisingly. Surprisingly, they're cool now, but nobody listens to me, and then shit goes haywire. So,
Pour some liquor out for these idiots.
Polyamorous. I literally had to Google that because I thought
Polyamorous?
you were. What is she, like a hexagon or octagon? No,
No, she just sleeps with multiple.
you've never heard that before?
no. I heard a polygon.
You know, it's a polygamous relationship. You know how it goes. Yeah, polygamous. You know, polygamy.
But I
know the
find
Pythagorean theorem.
like
Polygonometry.
the audacity of this woman. Like, how you going to be polyamorous? Like, you could do what you want, but I'm telling you that dick is mine. So we are in a monogamous relationship. However, I still get to do. There's probably more details to this. I'm hoping that we just don't know about.
There might be some I'm leaving out because I just remembered a few things about it. But at the same time, I'm not trying to blow anybody's spot up, because these people, well, one person I know very well, and I'm not going to name names, but you can assume who I am, who I'm saying. And then there's another person who has a very well-known Twitch channel, or getting up there as a Twitch channel. So I'm not going to say too much, you know.
You're giving a lot of extra information without giving a name. That's what I'm saying.
Their social security number just so happens to be.
178 blah blah blah.
What?
You know?
You out here, you the ops. Matt is the ops.
Yeah, man, that's an op.
Listen,
That's an op.
I have chosen
You know,
violence today.
You brought up a very, very important point, Matt, and I have to talk about this because I recently was relieved of a job that I was at due to a very toxic work environment. I will not.
Is this what I think you're going to say?
I won't go into detail about why I was relieved of that job. I'm not going to go into detail about that, but I will go into detail about this. Work relations don't work out. Stop trying to fuck your coworkers. And if you are in a head position, meaning manager, assistant manager, owner, and operator, do not try to have sexual relations or pursue something with your employees. It just makes a toxic work environment in the first place because somebody's going to find out. And then the whole staff finds out. And then it creates such a weird, uncomfortable environment for everyone to get to work. It's just not necessary. Okay. Now, I'm not going to name names. I ain't going to put nobody's business out there in the street. But an issue that I did have at my last job was that a person who I worked with was pursuing many different people that came through our job, either employees, co-workers, or members of the place that I was working.
Hey, man, you dropping a lot of tea right now, bro.
I'm dropping a whole lot of tea. I'm dropping a whole lot of tea
Where's the
because
popcorn? Where's the
I got an
popcorn?
issue. I have a problem with this person.
John Montel.
I had a problem with this person. Okay, I'll be straight up with y'all. Don't let out of work problems come into work. Straight up.
That's a
And I mean, that's some of the realest shit I can say. Leave the personal shit personal and leave the work shit at work. Because once you bring your personal stuff into work, it creates an environment that no one wants to be part of. I don't give a fuck about my coworkers' personal lives. I don't care what you eat. I don't care where you live. I don't care what you do outside of this job. All I know is that when I'm here from the time I clock in to the time I clock out, I get my job done, I make my bread, and I get the fuck out.
Well, hold on now. That's not conducive to good teamwork either. Now,
no, the thing is that
there should be camaraderie there.
There should be camaraderie. There should
it's okay to hang out with some of your coworkers. You just gotta understand that.
There's boundaries there.
You would tell this motherfucker this is your coworker. So
yeah, like I feel like at work, you could talk about sports and music and things you got interest in. But when it comes to like very personal stuff, you don't need to know those things. You know what I'm saying? There's a certain decorum that comes to being at work that some people don't know how to keep. You know, not keep the right decorum. And what that therefore does is force people wanting to leave, creates a toxic work environment. Then you start to fire people because they know so much shit about your personal life. But I'm gonna stop there.
Okay,
I'm really glad that we're talking about this now because I'm having a
basically they wanted a 3-finger combo.
Like I said, I ain't gonna go into no more detail.
I'm really glad that we're talking about this though, because you are basically actively convincing me to not try and pursue someone that I'm trying to pursue at work at this current point.
No, I don't recommend it. I don't recommend it.
All right. Oh, I'm glad I have my friends' personal experiences to deter me.
No. Because I'm not gonna get into detail. I myself have slept with people that I have worked with, and it has not led to all this drama. I've slept with someone that was above me, that was my boss, and didn't have all this drama. When drama began to arise, I went into this person's office and I said, "Listen, you getting funny with my money. So how you feel about me personally should not affect work. If you got a problem with work shit, we need to fucking figure this shit out because you're not gonna mess with my money." And I went in there, who are you talking to? I'm not your employee right now. The dude you were fucking. Get your shit together. Period.
And that's exactly why I said what I said. Exactly why I said what I said. Don't fuck with the money. Yeah, when you start fucking with my money, then I got a problem.
Yeah, so
then I got a problem.
In your case, okay, sir. Yes.
Moi?
Yes. Yeah, no, the fucking dickhead behind you.
Oh my god,
it was intentional. Okay.
No, listen, bro. You're a respectful dude. You're already shy and bashful and all that stuff. And you're gonna practically come off harmless. Real shit.
Shit, man. You know,
real shit.
Call me.
I know you need some harm. And the good kind of harm. We know that, man.
Yo, want to hear a story though before we move into our next topic? I actually was trying to be very confident yesterday. So while I was at work, I was doing an event at a bar, won't name where. I was talking to a couple of ladies, like 2 ladies.
I almost said the bar too. I was so close to mentioning it, but I'm gonna keep my mouth closed.
Shut up. I am not catching no fucking hands from work about this. But so
hands. What the fuck?
You know what I'm trying to say. I ain't catching no heat for it. But anyway, so I was talking to these couple of ladies, and one of them happened to be it was a country event, and one of them happened to be a black woman. So I was about to hit on this black woman because she had this hat. I wear a hat when I'm at work sometimes, depending. And we were talking. I complimented her hat. We had a little bit of a chat, and we were talking. And I got her Instagram. And then what was I going to say? So she asked me, like, how do you think that we know each other? The other lady friend that she said we're sisters, because she kept mentioning her sisters. Like, we're sisters, but how are we sisters? And I'm like, first thing I thought was adoption. That wasn't right. She gave me 3 chances. Adoption. Then I said half sister. And then I said stepsister.
Oh.
Stepsister.
Sorry.
She said sister-in-law. So I'm like, oh, okay. So maybe she's married to someone that she has in her family. No, the black girl I was hitting on was a fucking lesbian. She was a fucking lesbian. And I'm out here like, I was not expecting that.
It happens.
Look at your face.
It happens.
Wait, was she and her sister-in-law?
They were not both black. It was a one white girl and one black girl. The black girl was the one I was.
That's not what he's asking.
No, that's not what I'm asking.
What were you asking? Oh no, they weren't married.
That's also not what I'm asking.
What are you asking? What are you asking?
It seems like the other two people in here know what I'm talking about. You said this. You said this black woman and the sister-in-law. You said the black woman was a lesbian. Were they cool?
Bumping and grinding, doing the vertical mambo.
You know,
bumping butts.
I do not know the answer. I refuse to speak. If I speak, big trouble.
Scissoring.
I don't know. I don't know the answer to that question.
Right,
Like this. Were they doing this?
Thanks for breaking out the fucking scissor.
Yeah. So see, like this is the white one. This is the black. Were they doing this at all?
Yeah, were they doing arts and crafts, man? I'm just
saying.
What the fuck, Dante? I miss you, brother. I'm glad you're back on this show. Goddamn.
In the back of his mind, he thought he was the recruitment for the vanilla Oreo bus or whatever.
That's crazy. All right, next topic. Let's get into
it. Next topic. So we talked a lot about I mentioned something about polyamorous relationships, right? Mm-hmm. The drama that has been unfolding about one relationship has been some of the most entertaining shit I've seen on my timeline since the last time we recorded the podcast. This has been fantastic. Who would like to start on this subject? And for the record, we are talking about Adam 22, Lena the Plug, and the fact that she shot a porno with a black porn star.
Adam 22 is a cuck. If he wants to be a cuck, good for him. But I got my opinions on that. And here we go. You've been together for however many years they've been together, right? I know they got their Plug Talk podcast on OnlyFans, and they talk.
He's got no jumper.
He's got no jumper. They talk to porn stars together, and they fuck them after the show. Oh, that's cool. Do what you want to do. Do what you want to do. Do what you want to do. Now, for the longest time, Adam and Lena have been fucking women together, but they were just in a relationship. Now they're married, and after you get married, you decide to let your wife get plowed down by a BBC. And it's not even the fact that he let it happen. It's also the fact that after the video happened, they literally went on No Jumper. And he was praising his wife, praising the dude, Jason Love, being like, yo, thank you for fucking my wife. And then this was the part that really got me, man. This is the part that really got me. You're talking to your wife on a podcast, and she openly and willingly is telling you, yo, it took me like 4 days to recover. Like, my vagina was hurting. Like this part that really got me. It took her a couple days to get used to his dick again because of how big the other dude was. Are you dead ass? Are you serious? Like, is this the world we live in? We just yeah, go ahead, baby. Yo, go, go fuck this 14-inch cock over here and come on home. Yeah. And the fact that it turns Adam 22 on, it's like she like Lena the Plug on the show. She was like, I could tell how turned on you get when you hear about the video or when you see it. Like, my nigga, you're watching another dude fuck your bitch and it turns you on?
My God.
I don't understand. I don't condone. There's something mentally wrong with him. I don't give a fuck if you're a porn star or not. That is not okay.
Mike?
I want to start off by saying to each their own, right? Do whatever makes you and yours happy.
Fucking cuck.
Yes. How do I feel about it? I feel like Adam 22 is a stronger man than I am in that regard because there is absolutely no way I could let some other dude fuck my wife. Like, there's no way.
I can't take someone
then-
serious when they're posting
then-
shit like this on Twitter.
Yeah, no. And then just
60s.
taking it on the chin like that, like no.
Taking on the chin. Oh, Jesus.
Shout out to
yeah.
Jason Love, bro. You out here fucking all the best. Like, good for you, my guy. God gave you a huge dick. Good for you for using it for something wonderful. But no, seriously, on a serious note, I feel like Adam 22 set himself up for that, right? You have a podcast with, as Dante mentioned, and you're out sleeping with other women along with her, of course. At some point, I have two things. Like, at some point, did you not think she was gonna, like, do you want to, like, can I fuck other dudes? Like, it's obvious that she was gonna do that. You guys are fucking other women. Of course, she's gonna be like, hey, can I fuck another guy? And number two, since you and her are fucking other women, when is him and Jason Love gonna make the sequel where they have a threesome?
What the fuck?
I mean,
Okay, you're crazy. You're nuts. There's something wrong with you.
I bet he paid money for that shit too. I bet he
Bro,
paid good money for that.
Plug Talk is about him, Adam 22, and Lena the Plug sleeping with their guests. Whatever guests it's been a bunch of them. I looked.
Yo, the Angela White video went crazy.
He done fucked so many different women. So my question to Adam 22 is, bro, when are you having a threesome video where it's male, female, bro, with your wife?
I just thought about something.
If you made $5 million off of that video, imagine what you could do with a threesome. Get that nigga Jason Love back, bro. BBC that dick down, baby.
Notice how they did the interview with him on No Jumper and not Plug Talk.
Yeah.
For that reason alone.
Because had they
Oh my God.
Just think about it. Stay woke, my brother. Stay woke. Think about it.
Great observation. Because had they done it on Plug Talk always ends with a sex scene.
Yeah.
That means right on Plug Talk, if they would have
Shit, man.
Chair over there.
You think okay, I think there's like two options with that, right? Either he gets up and leaves, like, all right, let me fuck my wife, or I think the funnier thing would be if, like, he started fucking Lena and then Adam's like, well, I can't compete with this, and then he walks out. You know, that would be funny. That would be funny.
Yo, Adam, you can make cuck videos, bro. Let's do it. Cuck videos sell, my man.
Yo, call Panama.
Nah,
My God.
I'm good. I want to know. That's messy. I don't like that.
Yeah, he said, kind of weird how calling me a cuck is supposed to offend me. I saw the video of my wife getting plowed, and I thought it was pretty hot. If that makes me a cuck, so be it.
Well, that's a way to that's like laughing at yourself, pretty much. When everyone's laughing.
First off, if you're actually a cuck, how does it take you this long to figure that out?
He's not a cuck. He's just trying
First
to
of all,
find ways
it's
to
not
do
that
it.
he doesn't figure it out. Because, all right, so let me interject in here because I'm coming at this from a different perspective from my other podcast. Like Mike said in the beginning of his statement, to each their own. At the end of the day, I don't give a shit what they do. They're adults. They clearly had a conversation about it. They communicated. That's the theme of today's episode, it seems so far. They communicated what each other wanted, and clearly they're okay with that. People are acting like this is a new thing. It's not a new thing. This has been going on for fucking ever. It's just that people aren't open about it for, you know, maybe they're worried about being shamed or nothing, or in this case, getting clowned on the internet. Adam 22, listen, you think they should? If it makes them happy, who are we to judge? We can laugh about it. We can make jokes about it. But if it makes them happy, who are we to judge? You know?
I'm not judging.
But we are,
I'm just like,
because our opinion.
Flabbergasted.
No,
I'm just in awe.
Maybe we need some more of that in the world. Maybe.
No, we don't. No. We're not gonna promote this behavior, Mike.
I'm just saying.
No.
I mean, more like promiscuity. Like everyone's so uptight and.
So let me offer a different perspective then, from a woman's perspective. So does anybody know the porn star Gina Valentina? Does that sound familiar to anybody? No. She's relatively big.
That's like page 55 on Pornhub. No, I don't know that.
She's relatively big. She's popular.
Okay.
I've been seeing a lot of clips on Instagram of her talking about the same thing, but she's the cuck. She's the cuck now. Her guy is fucking other girls and she's enjoying it. So it goes both ways. And she's so happy about it. Like in these clips, she's so happy about the fact that she's doing this. Like I've never seen somebody be more happy about getting cucked in my life. And again, to each their own. I don't give a shit. If somebody came to me and said, "Hey, I want you to fuck my wife," I'll do it. If someone came to say,
yeah, we know you would. We know that.
Listen, I'm so down bad. I don't give a fuck anymore,
Yeah,
man.
know.
I've hit rock bottom and then lower. So
you know something though, I'm glad you brought that up because you know something. Notice you said about her being cuck, and we didn't bat an eye.
Exactly. You didn't bat an eye at that.
I
did. That's still weird. It's still weird. It's still weird.
You'll fucking.
I think everyone's problem with it is just because as men, when we marry a woman, they become like we say what you want. They become our possession. Say what you want. I'm not saying that's how I feel. That's how a lot of people. This is me just wording it as blunt as possible. They become our possession. You no longer allowed to sleep with other people.
Just for future purposes, I'm not agreeing with that statement.
I'm saying like, why is your woman not allowed to sleep with other? It's so we have this stigma where men are allowed to sleep with as many motherfuckers as we want, right? But females can't. That's what I mean behind it. So your girl, right? We cheat on our girlfriends. It's okay. It's who we are. We're men. We're promiscuous. It's in our right. As though females don't have the same sexual urges as men do, right? But we frown more on women. We frown upon them more when they do the same things that we do. We judge them, hoes and sluts, and all my thing. This is my point. This is what I'm trying to say: is they becoming our possession. Not that I feel that way because women are their own person and never belong to a man. Although in some cultures they would disagree. Some cultures they feel that way. That's their business. I'm just saying, when it's a man, like in the case of Adam 22, we're like, "Oh, bro, how the fuck would you let another dude fuck your wife?" Especially BBC, like he, you know what I'm saying?
He graduated without even passing the first class, man. He just went straight up to the top right there.
I just know I still feel like it was his fault that it came to this. When you married your wife, when you married her, you should have stopped fucking other women, right? Because when you were doing that, yeah, you're Adam 22, he's the man living the good life. Well, leave the door open for shit like this to happen.
They also have a kid too, don't they? So now they have to explain to the kid.
That kid's going to get bullied into being like an astronaut or something because there is no way that when they grow up at school, well, who knows what's going to be like 5 years from now, but when they grow up at school, they're going to get bullied to hell and back.
I mean, I guess where I'm sorry. There's a lot of things going through my mind right now.
Your brain looks like it fried itself.
For everyone to know, Dante's a prude, by the way. Dante's a real prude. Dante acts like he's all sexual and shit. He's a prude. Because when it's outside of your scope of what's fucking kinky and shit, then it becomes, as you call it, weird.
No, I mean, listen, I have my own kinkiness and all that kind of stuff. And I'm just not gonna
kinky shit, nigga.
Just not gonna talk about that. But I mean, I think my angle right now is like the kid. I feel like that's an important thing to think about because as you get older, right, you're gonna know one way or another. You're gonna find out your parents are porn stars. Whether they're gonna tell you, your friends gonna tell you, or you're gonna pop your iPhone. Like, oh, is that mom? Like, it's gonna happen.
What's Lena the Plug's last name? Google that shit real quick. What's your last name?
I'll look it up.
I don't know, but I mean, my thing is,
I don't see how.
I just what I really just don't get is that how are you as parents? If you do it, cool. If you want to do the whole cup thing, I don't feel like there's a problem with that. It's the fact of how they're promoting it. I feel like that they're not even thinking about the child that they have together and the effect that it could possibly have on that kid. And I feel like that's very, very, very important to think about because as that kid gets older, this is either going to be something where the kid's going to be like, well, I know this is what mom and dad do, so I'm just going to roll with it. Or that kid is going to be traumatized either by the bullying in person, the things that people are going to say online. I mean, when this kid gets older, how are they going to have a social media account? People find out, oh, that's Adam 22's kid. Yo, you know what your dad and mom did like 5, 6, 7 years ago? Like that, it's possible for that to
here's
pop
my
up.
thing. Why do we
How do you
only
approach
care,
that as a parent?
why do we only care about the well-being of the child when it comes to only when it's in something that society would view as disgusting, right? Porn stars. We only care about porn stars having children because, oh, you did porn, right? That's going to negatively affect your kid. Well, there are a whole lot of other professions that negatively affect your kids. You can say professional athletes spend a whole lot more time training and doing whatever sport it is that they do, and they're negligent to their fucking kids. But we don't say nothing about that because it's basketball, or football, or whatever fucking sport that it is. You know what I'm saying? This is what I mean. So on certain issues, we were going to, oh, that's negligent to the child, but on the other, we don't give a fuck. Like, nah, bro. So they're fucking as they're professional. They're professionals. They get paid to fuck, as with a lot of us. But you know what? There's so much that goes into it. There's so much. It's not just like, oh, I'm gonna fuck this bitch. Nah, you gotta stay hard or stay wet for fucking. Like I watched one time. It was some shit like a casting show on Playboy, and seen all of what goes into porn, right? And a lot goes into it. It's not just showing up fucking and peace them out.
Yeah, that's true.
These professionals. Now, I wouldn't want my shit all out there like that. Like I can each their own. I like doing what I do, but the whole world don't need to see it. You know what I'm saying? Like the fuck. But I'm just saying, I don't see why we get on them. Like, do you, bro? It's 2023. Porn's been around for a long time. Get over it. Get over it. It's not that big of a deal. Everybody watches porn. If you don't watch porn, you're a liar. You watch porn or you're making porn. Bro, it's enough of the taboos about the porn. The only thing taboo that we find weird is that this man let his wife get BBC'd, bro. Like, why couldn't you just have her fuck a white boy, bro? I think people would care less. It would be so big if he had fucked a white boy. But
that's
then
so true.
Not only but a tattooed, muscle, long dick black nigga. That's a fucking
yeah.
Oh my god, that's why it's funny.
Yeah, you let your wife get fucked by a horse. That's crazy.
Pretty much.
That's wild.
Oh man.
Yeah, like,
if I may change gears, then
please do. Please do.
If I may change gears, speaking of all this fucking, you know what genre of music glorifies fucking? Hip hop. Hip hop is 50 years old this year. And the only reason I know that is because I was watching ESPN one day and First Take was talking about it for like 20 minutes. So I'm like, holy shit, it's that old. So let's talk about it, man. Hip hop's 50 years old. How do y'all feel about where it started to what it is now? Because there is a tweet that I put in our group chat that was very interesting to me. But first, let's answer that first question.
I think, first of all, hip hop doesn't exist anymore.
Really? That's a bold statement.
Hip hop hasn't existed in 10, maybe 15 years. And it's not a bad thing. Hip hop is not only one of the youngest genres of music, but it's also a genre of music that has evolved so much into so many different categories that it's really difficult to gauge who's a hip hop artist and who's a rapper. Because there are truly two different realms we talk about. Hip hop was, DJ Kool Herc. You got Melly Mel. You got Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five, the Sugar Hill Gang. Those were the origins of rap and hip hop. And ever since then, it's changed. It's changed significantly. Beats have changed. Lyrics have changed. It's gone from speaking about the like your environment by which you came from to talking about a lifestyle which you don't live or which you aspire to have. Think about somebody like Lil Tecca, who a couple years ago flat out admitted on Genie's like, I ain't got no guns. I can't drive a car.
Yeah, I don't even know.
My point exactly. There's an overflow of rappers nowadays. Everyone thinks, you could say some lyrics on a beat, you a rapper.
You just slap
You know,
Lil in front of your name,
yo,
and you
exactly.
big time.
You know, you hop on a hip hop beat, you rapper. Now, don't get me wrong. I am one of the biggest advocates of the new school generation, being like, the way it's evolved has been like it's generational. It's something we haven't seen before. Rock music has typically stayed the same. Pop has pretty much stayed the same, but nothing's evolved like rap has. I mean, we went from dudes just rapping on hip hop beats. Then you got guys like Drake now who are singing and rapping. You got guys that are multi-talented like Chris Brown. You got Drizzy Drake. You got Nicki Minaj, who was originally a rapper, but now she sometimes she'll sing on her songs. Like, it's evolved to a point where rap isn't just rap. There's so many different realms that stem from that. You got guys like Playboy Cardi. Sadly, that's still rap. You might not understand what the fuck that nigga's saying, but it's hip hop. It's rap. That's the realm we in now. There's a lot of different artists out nowadays that we've never heard of or heard from before. And I want to ask this question specifically to Mike, since he's old.
Damn, just flat out said it.
I'm fucking with you. Now you came up in the era of Jay-Z, Kanye, young Kanye. You know, what do you think the biggest difference is between rap and hip hop 25 years ago and rap in 2023?
So if we go back to like the birth of rap, right, and the thing that interests me the most is always the lyrical aspect of hip hop, right? So you go back to, like, let's say like Sugar Hill Gang, you know, the bars were simple. They're very simplistic in their structure. Then we evolved to, you know, Rakim, and we evolved to LL Cool J, then to Nas, and then to Jay-Z, and, you know, and I don't want to forget Biggie and Tupac. You know what I'm saying? The evolution has always, people have gotten better and better and better, right? It's always been that way. And it seemed like after, you know, you had, of course, Drake, Kendrick, and J. Cole, but outside of them, it seems like the lyrical aspect of hip hop is just gone. It's
died. It's died.
I was going to say the creativity, to the note of the biggest difference, Dante, the creativity has just fucking flatlined.
Yeah,
there's
like even
literally no difference between any. So my brother listens to a lot of the new stuff, right? And if we're going out somewhere and he has his Spotify in his car, he'll listen to all this stuff. And honestly, I can't differentiate a song that he played 5 songs ago from the song that he's playing at that point in time then, because it just all sounds the same to me. Whereas, like, I'll listen to, say, the old 80s stuff that's on the radio that they'll play, which is I actually quite enjoy. And then I'll go into some Jay-Z. I actually just finished a Tupac binge. I listened to his whole discography because I decided I wanted to do that finally. And that took me like 2.5, 3 weeks. And I listened to all the different stuff that he had, and that was great. Biggie has a lot of fantastic stuff. It's just like the creativity of the lyrics and the beats too. The beats just sound overproduced. The beats back then in like the 90s were like really simple, is what I think. They were produced,
early
but they
90s
weren't.
Beats were all simple. Between my beats,
They used actual musical instruments.
You know, Big L. The beats were more simple. They weren't as complex. But let's think about the height of beats making, like Timbaland and
Dr. Dre.
Dr. Dre. Their beats, you can hear Pharrell. Like, you can hear a Pharrell beat, and
you know it's a Pharrell beat. You know it is. We ain't talking about no producer tag either. You hear a Pharrell beat, like us, Pharrell.
As soon as you hear Pharrell beat, as soon as you hear Dr. Dre beat or Kanye's beats, like, you know who it is, right? And it seems like everybody now, in order to know who it is, they have to give their tagline. And it's like
DJ Khaled.
Yeah, like
shit like that.
DJ Khaled is okay. He gets a pass from me. Some of DJ Khaled's shits were a hit like that. We Taking Over was when I was y'all age was a fucking banger.
We taking over. I love that song. I love that song.
That
I
shit
love
was
that
a
song.
banger. Like those shits was straight fire. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like I don't want to say that. Like I still enjoy some of music today. I still enjoy like Lil Baby, Dub Baby. I enjoy some of 21 Savage. Like it's still some of the things that all right. Here's a song that I could fuck with, but it just seems like a lot of the times you can't really fully enjoy that music unless you're under the influence of something, whether it be drugs or alcohol.
I feel like that's the point of it now too, because like you can't
And-
enjoy it or you can't understand it more unless you're under the influence, which I'm not necessarily sure that's a good thing or not.
Yeah,
because if I gotta be high or drunk to enjoy a song and I can't enjoy a song if I'm sober, then what's the point?
That's another issue that I have right now with the rap community. It's become so diluted to a point where there was a time when gangster rap first came out, right? Late 80s. Shout out NWA.
That's my shit right there.
Everybody was mad, especially white parents. Not saying white people, because white kids loved NWA because it was rebellious music to them. Just like rock music was rebellious.
Thank you.
For black.
I was just about to say
rock
that.
Music was rebellious for white kids. It was music their parents didn't want them listening to, but they listened to it anyways. Back then, even though NWA, Eazy-E, West Side Connection, Tupac, these guys were talking about gang-related or violent situations. They were speaking on the environment by which they came from. They weren't glorifying it. They were just letting y'all know, like straight out of Compton, this is what happens. Fuck the police. We ain't saying like, yo, screw the police, like we don't fuck with them because in our environment, they do A, B, and C, and this is how they treat us black men, black people. This is how it is. Nowadays, the storytellers gone, or they're few and far in between. Nowadays, you got dudes who are glorifying drug use, or they speak about it so much that it becomes like part of their identity as a hip hop artist. Juice WRLD, for instance, Juice WRLD glorified drugs. I don't care how you feel about it. I understand the dude was going through stuff. I understand he was an addict, but he was still glorifying the use of narcotics, the use of other drugs that he was taking, which eventually led to his demise. And we all know that. But we don't have the storytellers anymore. Like, yes, sometimes I want to hear music like Playboy Cardi, and I just want to hear him do all his little weird sounds and all that kind of. That's cool. That's cool at a party. But sometimes there are not enough artists now where I could sit down and I could listen to her album. And I'm like, damn, like I could really hear like the heart and soul and what they're really putting into the music. Nowadays, when I hear albums, it's a tough beat. But what the fuck are you talking about?
That's how I feel about Kodak.
Where are you going with this?
Oh my god! Don't even get me started.
So I'm going to make a point now too, based on everything Dante just said. And I saw a tweet earlier this week before we were recording. The caption is #1 hip hop albums, Billboard 200 per year. So this is the number of #1 albums that have come out per year since 2016. 10 albums, 2016. 11, 2017. 18, 2018. 16, 2019. 16 again in 2020, 15 in 2021, 11 in 2022. And so far, there's been one #1 album in 2023. Is that at the time of that tweet that has been reported?
Oh, well how long ago was it?
I don't know who it was. I didn't look that much into it, unfortunately, but was it Uzi? Okay.
Uzi's album #1. Uzi's album #1. And if anyone's heard Pink Tape, it's fucking trash.
Uzi's not. I don't even call that shit hip hop no more. That's garbage. Where he putting. Plus, he's into like Satanism and all that shit now. Like,
are you getting him confused with the fucking Lil Nas X guy though?
No, it's the same shit. No, people are saying the same shit about Pink Tape. It's like satanic shit.
No confusions.
The only song I know that has been popular is the Nakamura song because it was based off a WWE Superstars theme song. So that's the only one I've been hearing about. So I didn't really listen to the whole album.
This is something I've been like hella passionate about, and this is gonna be real outspoken on this one. So people might not agree with me, but I'll keep it a bean with y'all. Female hip hop artists are killing it right now. And I'm not saying it in a good way. They are destroying the sanctity of hip hop. Ladies and gentlemen, strap on your seatbelts because I'm about to take you on a ride. Listen, man.
Doing your generation, man.
We have to be 100% honest about when it comes to female rappers nowadays. They aren't selling rap. They aren't selling lyrics. They aren't selling music. They're selling sex. The sex appeal is what draws us to a lot of these female hip hop artists. I'll be real with you right now. Cardi B does not turn me on. She don't turn me on.
Not in the
But when Cardi B drops a song, yo, I'm listening to it. Not because she has the sex appeal. Cardi got bars.
Cardi does have bars.
Nicki drops a song, I listen to it. You know why? Because Nicki got bars. Nicki got classic songs. Nicki got classic albums. Nicki got classic videos.
Can I make a point on
Missy
that?
Elliott.
If I may make a
go ahead. Say what you got to say. Go ahead.
No, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but I'm just saying is like when it comes to saying new female rappers now, it makes me appreciate because I hated Nicki Minaj when she came up, right?
I used to as well.
I appreciate her more now because the female artists that are out in rap right now, to me, are fucking trash. My personal opinion.
Who's the one that looks like who's the one that sounds like a dude and looks like Sid?
Ice Spice.
Ice Spice? No, not Ice Spice.
Listen, there's a bunch of them out there right
Glorilla.
now.
Glorilla. Oh yeah, Song of the Summer from you last year, right?
Yeah, you got Ice Spice, you got Sukihana, you got Glorilla. And the thing is, I don't want females to take offense to this. I'm not trying to say female artists suck. They're bad. But can we be real for a second and just be honest? Be honest that we're not following these female rappers because they're good at music, because they're good at rap. It's because they have the sex appeal that draws a bigger male audience and people want to listen to it. Because you're not playing Munch in the club because, yo, she's spitting. No, it's because you want to shake some ass to some Ice Spice. That's cool, but admit to that. Admit to that. Don't tell me you listen to Ice Spice. Yo, she be spitting bars. Yo, Sukihana, she be spitting bar. Name me 5 Sukihana songs right now.
I don't even know what this.
You can't.
It's like this, bro.
Put this
how does that have a sex appeal? Who is appealed by
Glorilla.
that?
That's Glorilla.
That's her.
That's Sid. That's Sid from Ice Age. I can't look at it.
Hunter, I need you right now because I'm really about to prove my point by how women, especially in music, unless you're like in pop or country, especially when it comes to rap, you gotta sexualize yourself in order to make it to that next level. Unless you're that good lyrically. All right, I want you to go on the internet and I want you to pull up Janelle Monáe 2013. I want you to pull up Janelle Monáe. Everybody remember Janelle Monáe back in the day? Yo, she used to wear the suits. She had the hats on. Yo, she wasn't wearing dresses or anything.
Trash Janelle Monáe. That's not where.
No, we're not gonna trash her. No, we're not gonna because I love her. She's so fine. She's so fine. But I'm not trashing her. I'm trying to prove my point right now. Let's see this picture of Janelle Monáe in 2013.
But Janelle Monáe has talent.
I'm not talking about the talent. I'm not talking about the talent. I'm talking about how things are. Now, this is Janelle Monáe's motif back in the day. This is her silhouette. This is how she dressed. You know, that was her style. Now, let's look at Janelle Monáe 2023.
We might see some boobies.
Due to her work, she's reinvented herself.
Nah,
she's reinvented herself. Now she's showing off a lot more skin. Now she's being a lot more sexual in terms of her approach to her music and her artistry.
That's not the same thing.
No, now here's my other thing. Now we talk about female rappers who got great lyricism, right? Mm-hmm. When's the last time we heard a song come out by Young M.A.? Young M.A. lyrically is better than 95% of these female rappers out right now.
And that's. But
did she ever change her image? Did she ever, quote unquote, reinvent herself in order to fit into the status quo of hip hop nowadays? No.
Okay, but your point about bringing up Janelle Monáe is mute because she's a woman showing off her curves
but that's the point I'm trying to make though. She started to have to show off her sex appeal in order to reinvent herself and get back into the game.
And embracing femininity. There's two different things. Like for example, right? We were talking about lyricists. Like, so I grew up listening to Lil' Kim, Foxy Brown, Trina, Missy Elliott, Lauryn Hill, just a couple to name off the top of. Now, out of all of those, Trina, Foxy,
Lil'
and
Kim.
Lil' Kim
Very
were
sexual.
very sexual.
Very.
Very sexual.
Mhm.
However, they had the bars to back it up. That was the thing.
It is.
I thought about that too earlier.
Sex has always sold for female rappers for the most part, unless you're Missy. Missy was just dope as fuck. Can't nobody take away from the fact of Missy.
She got it like that.
Queen Latifah had a couple, you know what I'm saying? Just
What
dope.
happened to Lil' Kim? Oh no.
Oh yeah, no, don't do
We don't
that.
wanna look at that.
No. We don't
I
see
say-
it.
So female rappers, there's nothing wrong with sexualized because sex sells. Sex is always sold.
Yeah,
It is.
yeah. And that's the thing. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. I agree with you.
The problem is the labels don't give a fuck. It's the labels who just see dollar signs. Like, as long as you put on some stupid music about this nigga a munch and people shaking their ass and streaming it, that's all the fuck they care about.
Yeah.
So the quality of the product is no longer as good as it used to be, but there's just putting it on the shelf and people your age and younger just eating that shit up like fucking candy, bro. This shit is, I've been saying, I said this to you one of the earlier episodes, and you know what I got told that I was hating? The dude you call half face, he said that Panama's just old. Remember I don't forget.
Jody, yeah.
Yeah, Panama's just old. And this is what I was saying earlier is just the point you're proving now. I've been saying this shit forever. Music nowadays is garbage.
No, yeah, and I agree with you. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not saying there's anything wrong.
You know what? All you motherfuckers, jail. Fuck you.
There's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with selling sex. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it because it's like I said with the video earlier. Video got 100,000 streams, not because song is great. I love the song. Shit, we be at the club sometimes. DJs will play no drip. Swear to God, it's like the coolest feeling ever, you know. But we know why the video's doing so well. There are two big booty girls in the video, and they shaking and twerking, and that's what draws people in. But there comes a point where, as an artist, are you selling sex or are you selling music? Are you selling your lyricism? Because there's going to come a point in time where Ice Spice is going to lose sex appeal. Am I still going to listen to her music? Because a lot of these male rappers, a lot of them had sex appeal when they was younger. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure a lot of girls thought that Jay-Z was attractive.
That's a lie.
Some way, somehow.
He ugly as shit. What are you talking about?
You got Beyonce. Wait, Mike, he married Beyonce. So somebody fine thought he was attractive. Okay?
I mean, you hear this nigga's bars, you know he got word play, but Jay-Z, listen, Hove, I respect you. I know you ain't listened to this, but if this ever comes across you, you are one of the go-to the rap game, but you ain't get Beyonce because of your looks, nigga. Nas said it to you. You ain't getting honey because of your looks. Negro, please. Fuck out of here. Anybody that says Jay-Z got Beyonce because of his looks is a motherfucking liar. The nigga looking like a frog, son. He looked like Kermit's third cousin.
Hold on. I said the same thing about fucking Ice Spice, and I got clowned for it. I still
Ice
keep
Spice
that
don't
statement.
look as bad as you say she do.
Fuck you, okay? That's bullshit.
Ice Spice does not look as bad as you say she do.
You know what? She ain't had an ass.
I don't like. No, she don't look that bad, bro. I just don't like I don't like her hair. How she wears her hair.
If she has the curly hair, she looks like the Pepe the Frog meme. Straight up.
Go ahead and do something. I don't like the fro. That's just, and it's not like I don't like fros. I just don't like her fro because that shit orange too. It looks weird.
Yeah.
So I want to ask a couple of questions as we wrap it up here. Your favorite rappers, go.
Who?
We got some context. Don't say my. I'll go on and on.
Just your all time. Your all time.
Limited to like 5.
Rephrase that question. Who do you think the greatest
to
rapper of all time is? That's what I.
No, nigga. Your top 3 favorite rappers. Go, nigga. Damn.
Top 3 favorite rappers ever. My top 3 favorite rappers ever. LL, Drake, DMX. Those are my 3 favorites.
That made me so happy. Rest in peace, DMX.
My 3 favorites. And I want to reiterate, LL Cool J is the original Drake. And if anybody got any quarrels, anybody want to debate me on it, I'll give you the facts. You ain't ready for it. So LL had to walk before Drake could run. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. And Mike, if you want to agree with me, I'm gonna be pretty disappointed.
I got no quarrels with what you
Thank
said.
you. I appreciate that.
Come down, sir. Smoke here.
Appreciate
Smoke
that.
here. You too hot. What the fuck?
Mike, your top three.
My top 3 is Eminem, Jay-Z, Ludacris.
Luda. You got the Luda in there? Shit.
Bro,
wow.
Chicken
listen,
and beer, baby. Chicken and
listen,
beer.
you gotta listen to Luda, bro. Luda,
I think I gotta listen to more
back
Luda.
for the
then.
very first time. I hate it when it's too many haters, not enough hoes, too many rookies. I'm telling you, you need to get on that
All
old Luda.
Yeah.
Send me some Luda later, man. I gotta listen to more Luda.
Nigga, you got Spotify?
If you just listen to area codes, like everyone will all be like, "Oh, I got holes in different area codes." Yeah, that's true.
Like, I know every fucking area code in that damn song, bro.
Yo,
That's not a good thing.
that whole song, that whole song verbatim is like the wordplay. The lyricism is crazy.
We drop bows on them.
All right. Hunter, your top 3 favorite rappers, if you have any. I don't know how much you are into rap. So.
I'm getting into it more, but I'm white, so I mean, who knows?
I'm white. I love rap. Goddamn.
Yeah, I know, but I'm a different white.
Right now.
I'll put on my green tractor and I won't turn back on.
I can sing some good. I can sing some country right now.
Yeah,
we gotta win. We got losers.
You got to know when to hold them.
Come on,
know
man.
when to fold them, know when to walk away, know when to run.
Come on, man.
Anything, Hunter?
Yeah, I got Eminem. Been listening to a little bit more J. Cole, and honestly, Future.
Okay.
I ain't mad at Future. No, I used to hate on that nigga, but no, Future's valid. Future's valid.
Future stays in his lane, so I fuck with you.
All right. I'm probably gonna have to go.
Better not have this bitch on your list.
You're gonna say some old niggas too. Watch.
I am gonna say. I told you she looks like it. I told you that's Ice Spice. I don't want to hear shit.
That's crazy.
You would still hit.
As I was saying, I'm gonna go Tupac, Biggie, Eminem. Those are my top 3.
Surprised you didn't say like Big Pun or some shit.
No. All right, so I got one more question. Your favorite feature artist in hip hop?
Drake.
Ooh. Nate Dogg.
Thank you. That was gonna be mine as well. Nate Dogg's in so many good fucking songs.
Nate Dogg is that dude, man. I'm telling you, Nate Dogg.
All About You.
Drake.
Fucking what's the one with
Aubrey.
Shake That with Eminem? Till I Collapse.
You know who's really good as a collab artist, but not as like a main artist? Ty Dolla $ign.
Yeah.
Honestly, because like I can think of so many songs that he's been a part of as like features that I've listened to, but as for like him, it's like
he's got an album literally called featuring Ty Dolla $ign.
Yeah,
literally.
Dolla $ign. You got a couple songs that I like.
There's some honorable mentions that I'll be putting there though. Busta. 100%. Busta.
Timbaland.
Timbaland, no doubt. Ludacris has had some amazing features, but the reason I put Drake as my favorite, and I think he's the best, it's simply because of this. If you look at some of the top artists right now, like Lil Baby, you got Travis, Young Blue. I know some of you might not know who Young Blue is, but
no, I know.
If you look at their discography, some of these dudes, their most streamed song or top 5, top 10 stream song, it's got Aubrey Drake Graham in it. And it's so big because of him.
Well, duh, nigga.
Literally. But that's hard. But that's hard though. That's difficult. Because think about it, even like with Nate Dogg, right? Nate Dogg has had some crazy features. Like he's been on some of the biggest classic albums of all time. Doggy Style, 2001, when he's on the Eminem show, he's been on some of the biggest albums ever. Even though he had great features, we're like, oh, that's still Eminem shit. That's still Snoop shit. When you hear Sicko Mode comes on, you're not singing Travis's bars, you're singing Drake shit. Yes, Indeed comes on, you're not singing Lil Baby shit, you're singing Drake shit.
That's not a fair assessment because Drake is, without being on any feature, he's when he gets on a Lil Wayne album, people ain't talking. You wouldn't talk about Drake the same way you would talk about it now. You wouldn't say that Drake is bigger than Lil Wayne. You wouldn't say that.
No, I'm not saying who's bigger or not. I'm just saying.
No, I'm just saying, like, so if Drake is featured on Travis Scott's album, no one would argue that no one would say Travis Scott's bigger than Drake. Like,
right?
Slap yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
My whole point. Like when Drake features on Nicki's song or something like that, people that are at his level or higher, knowing. So he's doing them a favor, essentially.
Right.
Like, okay, I'm gonna get you some clout. Let me jump on the song, spit a couple bars, boom, you got a #1 hit. Pay me. You know what I'm saying? That's essentially what he's doing.
Shoot, especially when Drake and Lil Wayne get together, I think they make each other better.
They do.
They make each other better.
They do. I need Weezy to give me one last album before he go out.
Also, when this episode drops, we all gonna do that. Like Lil Wayne last night at the ESPYs. I don't know if y'all heard.
I haven't seen it yet.
Yo. That's why, like, in just straight rap, he's just strictly rap. He's got to be the greatest. Like, no. It's just that.
I
like,
disagree. Respectful.
Dog, the fact that he was able to freestyle his own shit and he changed all the lyrics around to make them to make it like it was coincided with current events. Like he talked about Angel Reese, he talked about prime time in Colorado, he was talking about Patrick Mahomes. Like none of these things are within the song that came out fucking 12, 15 years ago. Yeah. And he's got that ability to just flip a switch.
Yeah, he's not the only one. I'm impressed, but I'm not impressed because he's not the Hova does the same shit. Hova creates songs and doesn't write them down.
He said we pop him like we coach in Wembanyama.
Essentially, every single one of his songs. You don't write. So if Weezy doing that, that's what I'm saying. Like I'm impressed, but I'm not impressed.
I bet he could.
He probably could, but I don't. We don't know. Hov is well known for just coming up with songs on the fly. That's how he does it. He hears the beat. You know what I'm saying? Feeling like a pimp, nigga gone, brush your shoulders off. Came up with that as soon as he heard it.
Yeah, I also need Drake and Jay-Z to get together a little bit more because them niggas have had some hits.
I don't think they fit that well, but that's just personally.
The songs they've had together have been bumping though.
Yeah.
Bumping.
Anyway, Matthew.
Yes, sir.
Take us to church.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, episode 44 of the Bromigos podcast, featuring, or not even featuring, the return of one Daint Money, or in this case, Draymond Green. Ladies and gentlemen,
I judge all of your basketball knowledge based on your opinion of Draymond Green. If you think he sucks, fuck you.
Oh,
well, we don't have to get into it again, but thank you guys for checking out this episode. You can find our show on a multitude of different podcasting platforms, from Apple to Spotify, Google, iHeart, Good Pod, so much more. If you have a podcasting app, search up the Bromigos. We would greatly appreciate feedback as well, even if you hate our guts, apparently, for some out-of-context shit on social media because y'all don't understand the context of it. But, man, social media, Bromigos Pod on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, The Bromigos Pod, TikTok, The Bromigos Podcast. Daint, you're back. Tell them about the YouTube.
Y'all already know the deal. I'm back. We all back. I know y'all want to see my pretty face on the camera. Stop playing with me. Come on now. Now you gotta go on YouTube, go in the search engine and put in the Bromigos podcast, man. I mean, it's live listening to it. When you watch us, the dynamic is different. So hop on that YouTube and subscribe and show some support, man, because we appreciate all the listeners, all the followers out there. We love y'all, man. We appreciate everything you've done over the past year. We're going to keep it going, baby. We're going to keep it going.
Yeah.
And last but certainly not least, thank you to Full Swap Radio for airing our show every Sunday at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time, which is funny enough because the rest of their content involves shit like fucking eat someone else's wife. But on Sundays, it's all about the Bromigos, baby. So that's it for me, guys.
All right, man. Yeah. Peace.
Peace.
You've been listening to the Bromigos podcast.
Fuck you, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Avita! That's okay! She'll be back. Another cradle. She'll love me in the morning.